Hello everybody, it's Tim here again, had another movie review, and yes, I am reviewing this outside, so if you hear something, that is probably traffic. So I just watched the film 65 with Adam Driver for the first time. I got to watch this film on streaming pretty much for free here. This film pretty much got hated by critics. It has like a mixed to negative review from audiences. Some people do like it, but for the most part, audiences don't seem to be into this one. And if you hear anything barking in the background, it's just my dog. He has an active imagination, always thinks something's out to get him in the middle of the night. But yeah, audiences seem to not like this one. Overall, though, I'll say I liked it. I didn't really hate this film. I didn't have any expectations like going into the flick or anything. Is it the greatest movie ever? No. Is it anything like mind blowing? No. But for what it is, it's just a survival movie, man versus nature. I'd give it a 3.5 out of 4. It was pretty good. The first act of the movie, granted, is slow, and at the same time, it feels like some stuff was cut out to speed it up, to hurry up and get Adam Driver to the planet. Pretty much, you got Adam Driver. You find out that he's this like dude who lives on another planet in the distant past. Spoiler alert: the movie 65 is 65 million years in the past. And he lives on another planet where humanoid like or human beings have pretty much evolved on another planet and have advanced technology, even more advanced or whatever than like regular humans end up having or even have today. And his daughter is sick and dying, and he's gonna go out on a mission or whatever. I get it never specifies, is he like trying to earn money to help her? Is that what it is? He's gonna get the money to pay for her medical treatment. I guess that's what it's inferred to be, but I can't remember if they ever dropped the line and explained that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's supposed to be. So he has to be gone for like 2 years. And he ends up crash landing on this prehistoric planet that we find out is actually the regular Earth from 65 million years ago, and everybody on the crew is dead except for this one pod that he finds later with this little girl. And once he crashes, he like gets ready to like shoot himself, pretty much to just like kill himself off. And you're wondering like, well, why is he doing this? Because the movie hasn't really specified or explained yet. And later on in the flick, they let you know that it was because his daughter died. And I will say this, like him getting ready to shoot himself or whatever, I was like, well, why is he doing this? It didn't really make much sense at that point because they hadn't really gave any hints to why he might be doing this. And I pretty much figured it out partway through the first act. I was like, oh, okay, his daughter died. And he's going to bond with this other girl because he's going to see her as like a surrogate replacement for his daughter. Or not so much replacement, but just like a surrogate daughter, and he's going to bond with her and want to protect her. So her family also dies in the crash. It never really explains like why she's there or whatever, and like what the hell is there a little girl doing in this voyage and what the voyage was about. And that is a problem with the movie. It leaves certain stuff out because it feels like some stuff was cut to hurry up and get him to the planet to speed up the pacing. But at the same time, once they get to the planet, it does take a while for the dinosaur action to kick in. It does take a while, and for the most part of this movie, I was having like an all right to decent time. And when there was some really good action, it would kick in to be like good, and then by the end, the climax at the third act or whatever is really fun. Like you got Adam Driver like running away from two T-Rexes at the same time, and he like jumps over this geyser that erupts, like burns the thing's face. And then the little girl, who's kind of like he's having to protect her for the most part. Eventually, her character has an arc where she starts helping Adam Driver out, which is pretty cool. They start to bond and everything. She can't speak English, she can kind of understand a little bit of what he's saying, and she starts to like help him out. And she like stabs the fucking T-Rex in the eye or whatever at the end and everything to like help him out, which was pretty cool. Hold on, man. I'm just adjusting myself here for a better view. But yeah, she's like stabs it in the face or whatever with some of this poison berries or whatever that she found. And Adam Driver's got like these advanced technology weapons or whatever, which yeah, it's kind of a coincidence. He has all these specific weapons that can help him out on this planet. But it's one of those types of movies where it's man versus nature, survival type movies. This is a science fiction adventure flick, really is what it is. The first act is kind of boring, a little bit somewhat, but once it kicks into the action, I was having fun. It's a simple movie. There's not anything like twists and turns to the plot here, really. It's just Adam Driver protecting this little girl, trying to make it to the escape shuttle that's on the planet so they can get away and go back home. That's pretty much it, so they can just survive. And at the end, the little girl uses like the hologram of his dead daughter or whatever, talking to him to like distract the T-Rexes long enough for him to like get the fuck away and for them to be able to outwit them and get back in the spacecrafts, because coincidentally the meteorite that also killed all the dinosaurs is hitting the Earth at the same time, which is, yeah, you don't really need that on top of the dinosaurs or whatever, but it does kind of add to like a ticking, even more of a ticking clock, but you don't really need it, and it is pretty coincidental. But at the same time, I was having fun with the action in this, because that's what this is. This is a popcorn entertainment science fiction adventure flick. This is not trying to be anything smart at all. It does take itself seriously, and some people might have a problem with that because they'd be like, well, this whole advanced like human civilization, whatever, that lived 65 million years ago on another planet, it's like, well, how did they evolve to be exactly like us, and how are they so advanced or whatever? It's like, the movie's not concerned with that. It's just a movie about this dude who's trying to get away from dinosaurs. Like, if you're concentrating on that stuff, then you're concentrating on the wrong things. It's a science fiction movie. You just have to accept that these people just evolved on another planet. They just happen to be more advanced than us. That's just the way it is. You just have to let go of that to just embrace the fact that this is just a popcorn flick, just trying to entertain you with Adam Driver versus dinosaurs. And when it came down to that kind of stuff, I was entertained. And the relationship between him bonding with the little girl and everything did come off good. Adam Driver's acting in this is good. He carries the whole movie pretty much, and the little girl does a good job too. She's good overall. And then by the end, they both get away on the escape shuttle while the planet is being pelted by asteroids and all the dinosaurs are wiped out. And then through the credits, we see like the Earth changing to the Ice Age and everything else. And eventually, we see cities in the background of human civilization. So it's a very simple movie from A to B. There's no twists and turns here. It's just a simple survival movie. You got to see where Adam Driver's like sinking down in this like quicksand stuff, and the little girl like runs over there and puts a stick down in it to like pull him out and everything, so he can pull his stuff out. Really. So yeah, it's just a simple survival like man versus nature type flick, action, science fiction, popcorn adventure flick. There's nothing really deep here or anything like that. It's just a fun popcorn movie. It's simple. It's like a B movie except executed on like with A level acting, so it makes it feel above what it is. At the same time, though, some people I think will be like, well, this film shouldn't take itself too seriously because it's like Adam Driver versus dinosaurs. This movie should be more goofy. Yeah, you could have went that way, but I thought with the way that they did go, I thought that it made me care more about what was going on because I cared about Adam Driver's character. I didn't want him to die at the end of this, and I will say that, like I said, the movie is predictable. By the time you get to the end, you're like, well, Adam Driver is either going to get away with the little girl or he's going to end up sacrificing himself to like save the little girl at the end. She's going to be the only one that gets away. It can only really end one of those two ways for this type of movie, really. But he ends up getting away with her at the end too. So it's a happy ending for all involved. Overall, 3.5 out of 4. Pretty good action, science fiction, adventure flick. Nothing special, nothing that will stand out or really be memorable. But overall, for just a movie that's just going for pure entertainment for Adam Driver versus dinosaurs, I was entertained. It was fine. It was enjoyable. Pretty good time. I'll pick this up on Blu-ray. I found this film to be enjoyable and harmless. I guess it helps that I liked Adam Driver's character in the movie, and that'll probably be the determining factor is, do you like Adam Driver? Do you think he's a good actor? I think he is. I thought he was good here. I enjoyed watching him, and I liked his bond with the little girl, even though the story is kind of cliche, and it is predictable, and it is rushed in certain spots, and also too slow in the first act to get to the action. But when it does kick in with all the dinosaur action and all that, and Adam Driver fighting T-Rexes and all kinds of other crazy shit like bugs and insects and stuff on the planet, it just becomes a fun survival movie. And when it comes to movies like that, where it's just man versus nature, you don't really need that much, in my opinion, when it comes to like stories and stuff. You just got to make it entertaining and have an actor or actors in this case too who are likable that you want to see live, and that's pretty much it. Just make the action fun and just have fun with it, and that's it. And that's all the movie pretty much did. Had some fun Adam Driver versus dinosaur action, and he's protecting the little girl and he gets away at the end. It's an extremely simple movie, probably too simple for some people, and that might be a gripe for some people about this kind of movie. But overall though, because I liked Adam Driver's character in the movie, and I was able to connect with him because his acting was good, I was able to get sucked into it and have fun with him versus the dinosaurs. So overall, 3.5 out of 4. Pretty good movie. Pretty good popcorn flick for what it is. Nothing deep, but if you just want something for pure entertainment, this is it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again.